What's good, y'all? Red Sosa coming back at y'all with another banger. And as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, the build that I'm bringing y'all today is the rare mid-range facilitator, but we are also going to be able to get the sharpshooting takeover on this build. A couple of other different takeovers as well, but I do not want to spoil it for y'all. And I'm telling you, when we get into the making of this build, the badges, the setup, everything that goes into it is definitely going to be overpowered. So you are definitely going to want to stick through. And man, I just want to say thank y'all so much, first things first, for having me a part of y'all day. Thank y'all for coming through. I am so appreciative of this. And man, I got a really great rare build in store for y'all today. So before we get into the making, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new to the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters. Be sure to run up those likes. Go ahead and share this banger with your family and friends. And last but not least, turn on post notice so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Now let's go ahead and get into the making of this mid-range facilitator. The first thing that you want to go ahead and do is put it under the power forward. Now I am sure that you can make this out of the shooting guard as well as the small forward, but you are risking taking a hit to your stats as well as your badges, and that is what we don't want. So when it comes to the height, I'm going with 6'8". When it comes to the weight, I'm going with 240. And when it comes to the wingspan, I'm going with 7'6" and a defined body shape. Now you can really change any of those to your liking, but honestly, I like it this way. Now let's go ahead and get into the stats on this build. The first thing that you want to go ahead and do is put your driving layup up to a 91. The driving layup as well as your driving dunk are both going to be maxed out. So go ahead and put your driving dunk up to a 95, getting all the contact dunks. And when it comes to the post control, you can max it out or put it at 83. Whatever you feel like doing, go ahead. But I'm going to put it to where I get 15 finishing badges. Now let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Right here, we're going to be able to max out our mid-range shot at an 86. When it comes to the three-point shot, this is going to be an 81. And when it comes to the free throw, depending on how well of a free throw shooter you want to be, as well as how many shooting badges you want, this is really depending on what you want, as well as your preference. I'm going to go with the free throw of 80 for 18 shooting badges. Now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. Right here, our pass accuracy is going to go up to a 92. When it comes to the ball handle, you could only put this up to a 66. If you go anything above 70, you will change up the build name. And when it comes to the speed with ball, this is going to be a 76 for 24 playmaking badges. So really effective on the playmaking side of things still. Now let's go ahead and get into the defense. First, we're going to be able to max out our perimeter at 86. When it comes to the steal, this is going to be a 92. When it comes to the block, the good thing about this, we are going to be able to max this out at 95, so we will be getting that 99 block once you max this build out. And then when it comes to the rebounding, depending on how many badges you want to get, I'm going to put it up to where my defensive rebound goes up to an 89, and then my offensive is going to be brought up to a 64 for another 24 badges on the defense, y'all. So I'm telling you, really overpowered setup. Let's go ahead and get into the physicals. Our speed is going to be an 80. Acceleration is going to go up to a 77. You could put up your strength if you want to, but then you have to change a couple different things about the build. So that's why I put the weight as is. When it comes to the vertical, we're going to have an 88. And when it comes to the stamina, this is going to be a 64, y'all. So as you can see, the takeovers that we're going to be able to get is the slashing, of course. We also get the sharp shooting, lockdown, and then we get the post scoring, y'all. So I'm telling you, depending on your play style as well as how you want to run with this build, there are a couple different ways that you can go about doing this. With my liking, honestly, I feel like first spot precision is going to be a really good one to pick. But honestly, if you don't want to pick that, I would really consider one of the post scoring or even the slashing, y'all. It really comes down to you. Now, with the second takeover, I'm going to go with extreme clamps. This one really helps me out, especially when I use it. And let's go ahead and check out the build name. And as y'all can see, we have made the mid-range facilitator, y'all. Michael Porter Jr. and KD comparisons. Y'all already know that this is going to be a goated build once you max it out and grind it to 99. So first, let's go ahead and focus on the finishing. We're going to get a +4, so the driving layup is going to be a 95, and we will get a 99 driving dunk. Your post control will be in the 90s if you add boost. Now let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Mid-range shot is going to be in the high 90s with boost. 3-point shot will definitely be in the 90s with boost, and when it comes to the free throw, this will be an 88 or an 89 once you get boost as well. Now when it comes to the playmaking, your pass accuracy is pretty much going to be a 99. Ball handle is going to be a 70, and when it comes to your speed with ball, this is going to be an 80. Now when it comes to the defense, your perimeter is going to go up to the high 90s. Steal is going to go up to the high 90s as well. We're going to have a 99 block. Defensive rebound is going to go up to a 93, and then your offensive will be in the 70s with boost. Now when it comes to the physicals, we get a +8, so your speed is going to be an 88, acceleration is going to go up to an 85. When it comes to the vertical, this is going to be a 96, and when it comes to the stamina, y'all, this is going to be in the 70s. So as you can clearly see, this build is honestly worth grinding out to 99, as well as getting that gym rat badge. But let's go ahead and get into the even better part, which is going to be the badge setup. So first, I'm going to go ahead and put on Posterizer on Hall of Fame. From there, another badge that is a given is going to be Heat Seeker, especially because it helps you get your second takeover much quicker. Now, from there, I'm going to go with Bronze Lob City Finisher as well as Hall of Fame Slithery Finisher. From here, you could go with Bronze Acrobat as well as Fearless Finisher, but I would take off Acrobat and then from there put on Putback Boss just so you get those putback dunk animations unlocked. Now let's go ahead and get into the shooting. We got 18 badges to work with here. First, I'm going to go ahead and throw on Hot Zone Hunter on Gold as well as Hot Shot on Hall of Fame. So Hot Shot as well as Heat Seeker are both going to help us get our takeover much quicker. It does not matter what you're doing now. If you're slashing, you're going to get a huge boost to your takeover. If you're shooting, you're going to get a huge boost to your takeover. And imagine if you pick sharpshooting as well as slashing takeover. That's just going to be OP, straight demigod like. Now from here, I'm going to go with Catch and Shoot on Gold as well as Bronze Clutch Shooter and Green Machine. With the rest of the badges, I'm going to go ahead and be real with y'all. As long as you feel comfortable with the setup that you are running, you're going to be perfectly fine. I like gold difficult shots just to be a little bit different. Now let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. We got 24 badges to work with here, so I'm going to go ahead and put on first gold quick first step. Another badge that I really like normally would be handles for days, but we aren't going to be dribbling too much with this build, at least until we get that 70 ball handle. So for now, I'm going to go with Stop and Go on Gold. Going to be really effective. Space Creator on Gold can break ankles, so that is just something to consider. But if you want to take it off, I would go with Hall of Fame Special Delivery. From here, I'm going to go with Bronze Bailout. Now, downhill is going to be really effective, especially with the finishing on this build. I'm going to go and put it on Hall of Fame. Now, Unpluckable on Bronze is another badge that I feel like we should all really consider. From there, you could even run both Hall of Fame Dimer as well as Floor General. If you want to go that route, you can definitely do this. If you want to change it, go ahead and do that as well. Now let's go ahead and get into the defense. We got 24 badges to work with here. So the first one that I'm going to throw on is going to be Intimidator on Hall of Fame. From here, we have a perfect amount of Hall of Fame badges that we can run. But honestly, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with Clamps on Gold. From here, I'm also going to throw on Bronze, Chase Down Artist, as well as Interceptor. Another badge that I really like is going to be Hall of Fame Rebound Chaser as well as Hall of Fame Pogo Stick. Both of these badges are going to go hand in hand. Now, you cannot forget Rim Protector on Hall of Fame. And with these last three badges, you can really spread the wealth, or you could even go with gold ankle braces, or even take off a badge just so you could put on one more Hall of Fame badge, y'all. And like I always say, as long as you feel comfortable with the setup, you're going to be perfectly fine. I'm going to leave it like this: 15, 18, 24, and 24. Thank y'all so much for watching this entire video through, and thank y'all to the Rich Gang family for always showing up and showing out and showing y'all amazing love as well as y'all support. I appreciate y'all. I am so blessed. And man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new to the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters. Be sure to run up those likes. Go ahead and share this banger with your family and friends. And last but not least, be sure to turn on post notice so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.